This video is divided in 4 parts. Part 1 is for them who have this fear that चार लोग क्या बोलेंगे. What people will say if I make any grammar mistake. So first, before I start this video, you need to watch this clip.
अंग्रेजी में बात कर रहे हैं तो एक व्यक्ति जिसे अंग्रेजी नहीं आती है, और ये कोई बहुत गौरव की बात तो नहीं है कि अंग्रेजी नहीं आती है, ठीक है, अंग्रेजी नहीं आती है, वो आपको धमका के बोलेगा हिंदी में बोल. पहले एक प्रकार की बुराई थी कि आपके सामने किसी ने अंग्रेजी बोल दी तो आप दब जाते थे, वो एक तरह की बुराई थी. अभी बिल्कुल एक दूसरे तरह की बुराई खड़ी हो गई है कि हम तो गंवार हैं और यही हमारी उपलब्धि है, और हमसे तुम गवरई के अलावा किसी और भाषा में बात करोगे तो हम तुम्हें मारेंगे.
बस अभी इस बात को यहीं रहने देते हैं. Since this video and this speech is really harsh, however truth. Now I really want to explain the bottom line that people who try to stop you, mock you, laugh at you, they simply don't understand the importance of English. But how about you? You understand the importance of English, but still you are just stopping yourself just because of those people, just because they are making fun of you. Here, I will not give you the long lecture of that don't be afraid of such people. I will just say deliberately start focusing on your learning English, not on those people who are just stopping you. This is the part 2 of the video, and here let me guess, you have been learning English for months or even years, and still you are thinking and asking question that why can't I speak fluently? I know you are grinding yourself really hard, you are doing hard work as well, but maybe, just maybe you have fallen into the trap of RLWS. R for reading, L for listening, W for writing, S for speaking. It sounds familiar. This is a fundamental like we all are following to learn English. Well, today I will say, don't follow it. Don't follow it, at least not in the way you think about it. Stay with me for the next 15 minutes and I promise this video will revolutionize the way you learn English. It can make your English learning faster, sharper, better. And yes, in my journey, I have stumbled so many times and learned this English very hard way. But now it's your turn to skip the pitfalls because there are so many YouTubers just like me. They are ready to help you. They are ready to give you right guidance. So let's start the video. First one, R for reading. Today I will say don't read. Don't read without speaking. I used to read English books like crazy, novels, blogs, even subtitles, but I never opened my mouth. That's like reading a dance book and expecting to become a dancer without moving your hands. Reading is great for vocabulary and sentence structure, but if you are not reading aloud, you are not training your speaking muscles. So what you have to fix here, every time you read something, even any Instagram post caption, read it out loud. Train your tongue and ears together. Second is L for listening. I will say don't just listen passively. Example I am giving, how many of you watch English shows with subtitles but is still like with eating snacks, doing household chores, driving and scrolling Instagram? I mean, then you call it listening practice. Come on, we all have done it, but there's not any kind of shame about it. But now, today I'm saying that please stop passive listening. Here you are just hearing, not learning anything. Not learning anything through this passive listening. So what you have to fix, do active listening. Pause the video, repeat the video, shadow the video, speak with that speaker, mimic the speaker, describe the video, do everything. And this will call like true listening. Only just doing passive listening, that is not enough. Third is W for writing. Don't just deliberately write for grammar. Tell me here like how many of you have experience of writing hundreds of sentences. Example, she is a girl, I am a student, that is a boy, I am coming, she is going. We all have done it. Yeah, but I believe not more than me. I did this thing, I did writing like crazy. That's a good task and a good start as well, but not enough. Writing should be about expressing, not just fulfilling notebooks. What you have to fix here, write real stuff. Journal about your day. Write a message to your future self. write long comments and captions. Yes, right now you are watching this video, you can give the feedback, whether it's like negative or positive. That is also called writing. In 2022, I used to write a diary, but right now when I read it, I find so many mistakes, so many grammar mistakes. But I am proud that today I'm able to find those mistakes. But a few years ago, I just wrote them. I wasn't able to find them. But today I find them, I correct them. And that's a huge achievement for me. Fourth number, as for speaking. Don't wait till you are perfect to start speaking. This is the biggest mistake actually. We think I will speak when I know more words, when my grammar is better, when I sound fluent. Stop. That day will never come. If you are just sitting here and waiting for fluency, so fluency will not come. But if you take action every day, so fluency will come every day. What you have to fix? Start now. Speak now. You can see the subtitles in my video right now. If you're watching this video, speak now. Speak right away. Speak with limited words, limited grammar, broken grammar, funny accent, because nobody cares about it. If I tell you my thing, I practice in front of the mirror. I recorded my voice. And I remember when I shot my first video on YouTube, honestly, I cringed at my own voice, my expressions, my face even. So, but still, I had the audacity to upload that video, to hit the upload button. So, have this kind of audacity. So, these are the 4 steps which I told you, and this is the right way, you have to follow it. Third part of the video. When we begin the journey of learning English, 2 kinds of mindsets quietly emerge. The first kind, I come from a Hindi medium background. I know nothing. It will take me years to learn this language. Maybe I cannot learn. It's too difficult. What if my friends mock me? They will laugh at me. This is the first kind of mindset. Now, second kind of mindset. What exactly must I do to learn English? How much time it will take me? Or how much time should I invest? Where do I begin? Can I get a step-by-step guidance? This is a second type of mindset. If you belong to this second group of mindset, then I can help you. Not halfway, not maybe, but completely, definitely 100%. Because the moment you shift your mindset that yes, I can do it. If I have right guidance, I can do it. That's where you change the whole game. That's the moment you win half of the battle. नहीं समझ में आया? चलो मैं समझाती हूँ हिंदी में. In simple terms, जब आप ये बोलते हो कि ये मुश्किल है, मुझसे नहीं हो सकता, तो इसका मतलब है कि आप अपनी मन भूमि में ही हार गए हो. और मन भूमि ऐसी है, वहाँ आपको कोई मदद नहीं कर सकता. Nobody can help you there. आपको खुद ही अपनी मन भूमि में जीतना होता है. पर सेकेंड मोमेंट अगर आप ऐसा बोलो कि हाँ मैं सीख सकती हूँ, हाँ मुझे टाइम लगेगा पर मैं सीख सकती हूँ अगर मुझे राइट गाइडेंस मिले, तो ये होता है कि आप अपनी मन भूमि में जीत चुके हो और अब आप आ चुके हो अपनी रणभूमि में. और रणभूमि में बहुत सारे लोग हैं आपकी मदद करने के लिए, पर मन भूमि में आपकी मदद कोई नहीं कर सकता. रणभूमि में बहुत सारे लोग मिलेंगे आपको मेरे जैसे. आई एम हियर टू हेल्प यू. सो मेनी अदर यूट्यूबर्स आर देयर, दे कैन ऑल्सो हेल्प यू. So make sure you have a second type of mindset. And that mindset says that I can do it. Now this is the fourth part of the video. You know that mini heart attack? Those moments when you think that you lost your phone, you lost your wallet. It feels like whole soul just left your body. Or when your alarm doesn't ring and you wake up late for the meeting, for the school, for the college. Or when you check your bank balance and it shows a negative number and suddenly your chest feels so tight. Or when the Wi-Fi stops working right before an important Zoom meeting. Or when you send a message to the wrong group and it was definitely not for them, but you still sent there. Yes, those moments are just exactly like mini heart attacks. Those moments feel like the end of the world. But guess what? You survived them. You are still here, still breathing, and still alive. Maybe you found your phone 2 seconds later under the couch. Maybe a little late, but you still reached at work. Maybe you rejoined the Zoom meeting and still did well in that meeting. Or maybe you quickly deleted the message which you before sent in the wrong group. Before anybody can see it, you just deleted it. Every problem feels bigger in the moment, but when it passes, you realize you are stronger than you thought. You thought you couldn't, but you did it. Same with learning English as well. You make mistakes you make very silly mistakes like she go to school instead of saying she goes to school. Or you write I am agree instead of saying I agree. In the moment you feel embarrassed, you think, oh no, I made a mistake. I cannot learn English. I'm making silly mistakes. But you survived those moments. Even though those moments were full of embarrassment, but still you survived them. And later you corrected yourself as well. You learned correct English as well. It feels big in the moment, but the next moment it feels very small. So mistakes are very common in the English language. Life is not about avoiding panic moments. Life is about how you face those moments and how you correct your moments. So that's all guys for today's video. I hope you found it helpful.